Welcome. Today we're making bread. Of course, bread means yeast, and yeast often means proofing, and this is about the time where I lose half of you. So let me show you something really easy. We're going to use this to proof the yeast. This is my measuring cup. Doesn't matter how big it is, and I'll show you why. If your water is too cold, your yeast will not proof. And if it is too hot, you will cook it and kill it. So here's how you do it. You take your cup and you fill it with boiling hot water. That's one. Pour that in here. Preferably in it, not on the side. And then this is just regular cold tap water. And we're going to put 2 of these in here. 1, 2. As you can tell, all I care about is that I have 1 measure of boiling hot to 2 of cold. So why do I do that? For the yeast to proof, you need it to be somewhere between 100 and 110 Fahrenheit. You don't want to go above. This works quite well. Now we take the yeast, a big spoonful, like a soup spoon, and it goes. And I said I'll make a mistake, so let's just put a little more. And now I'm just going to stir it in. You can use a spoon or a fork. I just like a whisk, but that's just me. You could use your finger for all I care. Just wash your hands first. So we're going to leave that here. There we go. Now, because we don't have time for bread today, we're going to use barley malt. This sugar is different than regular sugar. You can use regular sugar, it will help. You can also use molasses, that'll help. This, for some reason, I'm not a chemist, but my understanding is that yeast particularly likes this thing and they can metabolize it very, very quickly. So this is high octane stuff for yeast. So we're going to take our spoon. This is super thick, and this is a small spoon. This is like a teaspoon. And I'm just going to stir it in and give them their little energy drink here. As you can see, it is like molasses. You can tell that the water has changed color a little bit. So good enough. And now we wait a few minutes. It shouldn't take much more than 5 minutes. So I'll keep the camera rolling and you'll see very quickly what is happening. Keep an eye on these bubbles here. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's been a few minutes, and let's take a look, and you can see it's foaming. It looks very much like a head of Guinness. You can see how this thing has really, really foamed up, right? Poof. Now, for those of you who are used to baking, you might say, my yeast doesn't foam like that. Well, that's true. I did 2 things. One, I used the barley malt, and the second one, I played the role of the impatient person here, and I added another half spoonful of yeast, which is a lot. So here you have it. Big, big, puffy yeast, water, barley malt. And as you can tell, the yeast certainly did its job. I mean, way to go. This is how much this thing rose. So a nice sandwich bread. Bon appetit. Boo. Okay. This one going.